Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Hurts throwing right away. And that's out to the flat for Swift. It's a foot race. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. You look at this Raiders defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down. But they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. That is going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go play action with Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
18, pioneer. Dragon 60.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop on one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. He'll take it at the 42. Shreds the tackle. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, that's exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They got to be consistent.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and
that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Check match. Check match.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Sidney Brown in on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Raiders nothing.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Okay, break. Panther Street. Panther Street. Big hurt.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 right.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Let's go now. Check, Bobcat. Check, 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 check. Let's go.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. He gets away from one. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
So from the 37, here's second and a yard.
Go, Reed, go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Go.
Open man is Tucker.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
Hey,
First
man,
down,
Bronco.
Raiders.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Mustang 19.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Lion.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Deputy Ranger, Deputy Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught by Tucker.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we... And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 53-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Ready up. Check mash.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs.
Down to about the 23.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Here we go. Check. Three.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On second down, Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Track 60.
Out of the gun now on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That second down play nets a -4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off. And try.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Watkins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have retaken a third quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
2nd and 6. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 65 catch, 65 catch.
Back to throw here.
That's caught by Tucker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. He finds his man, complete. That's Cochran. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
19 Lions.
They'll drop to throw.
Got his man. It's Tucker, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Mustang 19.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll send Adams in motion left.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
Colton Miller, former 1st-round pick, called for the penalty there.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cut 19, cut 19.
Back to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos.
27-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cochran. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got room to roam, and he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Oh no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they send a man in motion right. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
19, Eagles 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all... Look at this! Middle of the field, a breakaway!
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. To the 20.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Eagles 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Get it.
What a change in this ball game in the 4th quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the 4th quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back.